こんばんは、小池です。グリードフォール、続きをやっていきたいと思います。そうですね、前回、敵が強いなと思ったんだけど、まあなんとなくいけそうな、ちょっと強気な感じで続き進めていきたいと思います。そうね、グリードフォールはなんかまあ後半に入ってきた感じがするんで、早めに終わらせられたらなとちょっと思ってます。で、ここだね。ちょっとあれだよな、防具が弱い感じがするんだよね。でも防具強いのを装備するにはまあどうもあれが必要、持久力が必要なんで、次レベル上がったら持久力を上げて、まああれでしょうね、交渉力とかよりももう戦えるようにしてやろう。
My name is Desarde. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. May I enter?
Good day, Legate Desarde. No, this building is closed to Renaigse.
I am Siora, daughter of Bladne, daughter of Meb. My mother, the Mal of the Red Spears, was a member of the council.
All here remember, and the Vorsht Tirse. She was a courageous Mal, but you are not yet Mal in her stead, and you do not carry her seal. I am sorry, Siora. I cannot allow you to enter.
I beg your pardon. I did not know.
ダメなのか。評議会に会うことを尋ねる。
If I cannot enter, perhaps you could tell the elder of the council that I request an audience.
Glendon cannot speak with you, Legate. Times are difficult, and his time is precious. He only accepts to meet the members of the council or their representatives.
How can I prove that I am the representative of one of them?
If you are a trusted friend of a council member, he will give you his seal, and we would know it. I will then be glad to allow you to enter. You would be the first Renaigse to obtain such an honor.
また認めてもらうしかないのか。
I will return later.
If you have a seal, you will be welcome. If not, you are wasting your time and money.
印鑑を押してもらう。カタンザッハにグレンダと話せるよう頼む。えあ、
You have returned. The rule is still the same, you know.
If I cannot enter, perhaps you could tell the elder
な
of
る
the...
ほど。
Only accepts to
お、これ
meet.
ダメだ
How can
な。
I prove that...
If you are a... I will then be glad.
I will return later.
If you have a seal, you will be welcome. If
どうすっかね。待って。そうするとこれのもう一個の方行けないのかな。カタンザッハ。この周辺ではあるな。その印をもらいに行かなきゃいけないのか。そしたらこれでいけるな。トラベル。ちょっと待ってね。これかな。マーカーを変えておこう。これ。ミッションを追跡の変更、これか。よし。カタンザッハ。カ タンザッハ。誰だ？上だな。いたいた。彼だ。
Greetings, Katasak.
Bertirtumat, what can I do for you?
エヌアンマルメに会うために彼の助力を求める。
I'm looking to meet Enormil Frichterman. I went all the way to the village council.
But they did not let you speak to Glendan the Elder.
Precisely. They said that only the friends of a member of the council might enter.
And my word was not enough. It seems that I must be a Mal to be heard.
Do not be sad, daughter of Bloodnid. One day you will be as great a chief as your mother. And you too will have a seal. This seal will allow you to give voice to the friends of your clan, those who may speak in your name. Here, friend of Wenxavier, take my seal and go and meet Glendan. But you must convince him and no doubt pass many trials. Many monsters and traps are hidden on the path you seek to follow.
大丈夫かな？レベル足りるか。
Why are you helping me?
I do not wish to lose the one who placed his life in my hands. And you have already shown me your friendship.
I hope that Glendan will allow you to meet this god, cousin.
コンスタンティンやべえな、
Leave as
顔
soon
が
as you can. Godspeed. Have no fear. I'll do whatever it takes.
お、今何でもするって。オッケー。
I must go.
For Awalam's sake.
おお。何言ってこかん。オッケーだな。これで中に入れてもらえるはずだ。だよね。オッケー。そしたらさっきのところに戻りましょう。トラベル。オッケー。サクサク進むぞ。敵が出てきたらどうなるかわからんが。いいね、ロードが速くなってほんと助かるわ。よし、入れてもらおう。どうしてもらおうかな。
You have returned.
オッケー。この印を、この印籠が目に
Here
入
is
ら
the
ぬか。
seal of the Denegad Katasach of the village of Wenxavier.
And so you are a trusted friend of the great healer. He must see your true face and find it worthy. Enter. You are welcome.
オッケー。入れた。朝もんだけど、朝とこうかな。なんだ、何もないかこれ。しけてやがるぜ。角生えてるけど。
I give you warm greetings,
温
Glenda.
かい挨拶を
I
しよ
am
う。
Desardet, legate of the Congregation of Merchants.
Your merchant congregation sways me very slightly from
完全に生えてんな、角。
But you are a currents of Katasach. His trust in you makes me stop and look at you. What brings you
見
here?
つめさせ
I
てい
seek
る。
a remedy. My cousin, as well as many other people on our island, suffer from a terrible sickness. We think that only Enormil Frichterman can help us find a cure.
Really?
そうなの
And Katasach sent you to see me.
He told me that the only way to
フレンドリーだな、
meet
こい
with
つ。
your god was to come and see you. You would judge our worthiness.
Judge your intentions. Yes, that I can do. But even if I should do this, you would have many trials to pass. For the
出た
path
試
you
練。
seek to follow has only been tread but a very few times, and you are the first Renaigse to set foot upon it. We must begin where everything begins. There is a trial.
すべてのものが始まるところから始まる。あ
It will show us the reflection of your soul.
What must I do?
You must go to a cavern and tell me what you see on the seal you will find deep in its center.
And this cavern is guarded, I suppose.
That is true. But the simplest solution is not always the best. It is a path with many forks. I hope you will prove that you understand the spirit of our people and our island. Go now. Show us your true face, and return purified by the waters of the cavern.
なるほど。ここの人間だからな。いけそうな。何なんだろう。正
What can
規
you tell me about the sanctuary?
It is the most sacred place of the island. The hidden face, and still seen by all of you. Enol Mil Frictimen. I protect
Emil
these
Mil
doors like
Frictimen.
my father before me and his father before him. And still none of us have ever entered.
Am I to gather that there has never been a High King in your family?
We are heads of the Council of Kings. And so it is prohibited for us to present ourselves. We must remain impartial.
I see. And so you cannot speak to me about what you find inside?
The heart of the island beats near here, the volcano. And I know that it is a place full of life.
絵のも見えるフレットマン。
What can you tell me about your god?
That the word
神なんだ。
God is too small to hold him. He is Tir Fradi in all and everything. The wisdom of his people, the gentleness of his rivers, the strength of his volcano. You are looking for wisdom to heal the Renaigse, but you still see it with the eyes of a sort of Donegat. He is much more than that. He is the essence of all life, of all magic, the spring.
Can you tell me anything more about the role of the council?
We gather here at every long night and every short night. During these nights, the clans are in disagreement and come here looking for wisdom of the council, and of course also the High King. Those who have complaints against their Mal may also be heard here and find justice. And when important events take place, if the balance is threatened, then we also meet here, so that the wisdom of all might be shared, and that we might act as a same people.
なるほど。
I must leave. Goodbye.
Qua awelam seg.
最後の捨て台詞がいつも英語でわからん。オッケー。
You have spoken to Glendon as you wanted. What more can I do for you?
水の試練について聞く。
I was asked to pass the trial of water. What do you know about it?
I have never passed it. Only those who must reveal their soul walk this path. The High Kings and Queens. It is a tremendous honor given to you, Renaigse.
Do you have any advice to give me?
I only know that the trial can be passed in many ways, and your choice will reveal the makings of your soul.
ほう。
One way is through
選
strength,
択がいろいろ
the
ある
other
と。
by ruse and heart. But I know no more than this. The trials are kept secret. Anything else?
Nothing else, thank you. I need to leave.
Good luck. And do not lose yourself in your own reflection.
よし。では、どこだ？そこ。おっつって。ちょっとボタンを忘れ気味だった。ここだな。
Siora, do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole
Horror
heart to
comedy.
it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed,
動
and
物に
there are
餌を
ways
与え
of
る。
altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
食べ物を加工にする。
Is that
加
an
工
idea
す
that
る
your
方法
mother
も。
used? It's clever. Thank you.
おし。ちょっとよくわからんが。引くぞ。ああ、別に一人で行かなきゃいけないわけではないんだな。戦闘は必ずしも正解じゃない。いるね。
Look, they're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep.
睡眠薬と言ってもね、睡眠薬と言ってもね、これ強そうだけど大丈夫かな。あ、そうでもないな。いけるわ。ああ、意外と全然大丈夫かな。これ。おい、おい、おい。おい。防御力も結構低いし、案外余裕。なんだろうな。逆に倒しちゃいけないとかいうのがあんのかな。さっきここなんか光ってたんだけどな。もういいか。睡眠薬といっても睡眠薬なんて持ってないからね。試練のための洞窟に入る。
This room is full of beasts that the natives call dorsentats. They seem to be resting. Perhaps we can pass without waking them if we move silently.
なるほど。そこはジャンプで行くっていう方法もありだったのかな。なんかある？なんもないな。そうだ、このカメラがグワンっていうことが気になってたんだよな。どうにかできっかな。これじゃないね。違う。カメラ感度。これで、ああ、ちょうどいいんじゃない。結構グワングワン動いてたあんな。結構後半に入って今更だけど。お、なんかアイテムがあるぞ。なんだ、いいのかな。調べる。
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree. I was something else.
そうな
for a
の
brief moment.
全然そんなビジョンなかったけど。
Visions like this are guides, keys for the sacred rituals.
I was in the sky.
空に浮け、あ、出
I was
た
floating,
空、
carried by the wind.
風。
And it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and
違うか
colder.
な。空、風
I、felt my
血。
blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun
空
warmed
風
me.
地
Suddenly I bounced on the ground,
地面
and I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated, and I was suddenly with you again.
これやばいかなこれやばいかもな。
This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water.
水
Here this looks like a snowflake.
雪
A
凍える
snow
って
or
話もあ
maybe
ったな。
ice. This drawing looks like an infant.
く
Could
ー
it represent life?
別の道もあるけどね。
The drawing on this stone
なんかできる。
makes me think of fire. I'm certain.
ちょっと待ってなんか持ってたりするんじゃないの。ちょっと戦ってみようかなえ、敵じゃないのこの人。あ、敵だった。あ、いた。あ、でもいけるかな。やべ。よいしょ。塩だ、塩だ。ちょっと待って、あ、これあかんな。全然ダメージが通ってない。よっ。うわ、やばくねえか。思ったより。ちょ危ない。まず防御力を削りたいんだけど、おいで防御力削ったところでこれはどうなんだ。防具ありません。入った。こっからあ、いけそうだな。あかんぞ。いけるいけるいける。いていていていていて。おい。あたー。光ってる光ってる。大丈夫そうだ。攻撃力がそんなに高くない。ほい。ぬ。売り物かこれ。
This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tearfredi, and a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of
や
the
べ、セブ入っちゃった
volcano.
かもしれない。
One of the faces of Einon Frichterman.
大物 YouTuber の小柳さん。
まさかまさか。大物なものかよ。あれあれ、外出てきちゃった。どういうこと？おかしいな。いやー、この私でもね、ゲームが4つになってくると結構消化が大変なんで、ちょっとグリードフォールを終わらしたいと頑張っておりますよ。一応あれで封印を見つけたってことで OK なのかな。
They're tear to mad on Almanawi. I congratulate you for passing the trial.
あ、なんか合格したことになっている。ああ、なるほどね。戦うのでもいいし、あれを解くのでもいいしみたいな感じなのかな。
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings into your mind?
A face in the mountain of Tirfredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. And the island has seen inside you.
Yeah.
You have given the
Yeah,
blood
yeah,
of the
Ozo-san,
animals
let's
that
check.
protected the entrance to the passage. You have chosen strength.
グリードフォールを消化するぜ。
In choosing the path
今
of
回
silence,
もう一回
you
ぐらい
avoided
とかじゃないの
confronting the Dosan
今日あると思う。
And in the end,
そうする
you
とまだ
have
一本減る。
forgotten the ritual and confronted the guardian that protected the seal. This says many things about you. You have sided with strength. It is one path that others have chosen before you.
あっさり結構
But
水の
it
試練は終わっ
rarely
たな。
leads to wisdom. The island saw your courage, but also your brutality.
Am I authorized to encounter
チャイナ
Enormil
に外
Frictum
注して謎翻
to
訳の
present him
神
with
ゲ
my
ーですだ
request?
って
If the High King agrees,
言うね。
yes.
謎翻
We
訳
shall
神
not
ゲーだぜ。
oppose that decision. Only a High King or High
結局
Queen is
最終的には
allowed to
神
open
と
the
されるものを
sanctuary.
殺しに行くっぽいから
I warned you.
神ゲーだねある意味。
Your voyage is far from over.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them as well. Where can I find them?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another
また
trial
次
on
の試
your
練か。
path to find the one you seek.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago. Since then, we have not heard from him. He was worried about the Renaigse. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans here at the council. There was Deirdre, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing more.
Yes.
アクション要素のあるゲームに字幕中心ってすごく大変だよね。
確かにね。
Learning is a difficult time to pass.
And divorce Tirse.
まあでも、ウィッチャーもそうな
Deirdre is
感
the
じでしょ。
marl of the clan of
まあウィ
the
ッチャーやってないから
Storm
わかんないけ
Waters.
ど。
You will find
まあで
her in
も
the village of
これよりは
Fenrir.
展開早いのか
I've
な。
already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the marl of the village of Vignamri, near the coast.
次
It
の
is
村へ
said
行くのか。
that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas, he leads the Vigigidor. He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the Didekidan Nadages.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you.
覇
Brenda.
王を探す。
Kwawalamsek. I hope that you will find him.
オッケー。水の試練をクリア。次だ。進めるぞ。コンスタンティンのところへ行きましょう。はい、報告。これ時間が1日6時間とか経ってるけどさ、なんか意味あんのかな。あんまりかけすぎるとコンスタンティン死ぬとか。そういう要素があんのかな。一応マルチエンディングらしいし。まあ、エンディングをいっぱい見るとこまではしなくてもいいかなと思ってるわ。よ。大丈夫かな。おお、なんだ。
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard
生きて
anything
たんだ。
about Lord Dorsey's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord Dorsey has been attacked.
He believes. He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events. But know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
猿みたいだ
In
ね、
the
カラ
interest
さん
of
の女の人。
avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By islander, do you mean the Denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, sir. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for quite some time. Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here?
リンリンってかすかにハウリング？それともゲーム音？
ん？ちょっと待ってね。止まったかな。いや、なんかね、俺んちのトイレの換気扇とか結構もう音がね、キーンってずっと鳴ってね、廊下のドアを閉めました。そっか、じゃあ閉めとかないと換気扇の音聞こえてきちゃうんだね。なんだっけ、攻撃があった場所を聞く。
Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard
耳
these
いいね。
sounds?
よく聞こえてたな。
Not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The islander said they were following the path. But he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
遠くに消防車が走ってるのかと。
静かなもんよ。まあ、パソコンとかの音は聞こえるけどね。
Why didn't you go and look for yourself? To see if they had been buried by a rock slide?
What? Alone? What could I have done? It seemed of greater urgency to go and get help.
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors. My cousin was quite weak.
そうそう。
Do you
な
know
ん
why
で
he
なんで
decided
弱
to
ってた
follow
の
the
に
Denegad?
遠征に行こうとし
His
たの？
Highness was feeling much better.
よくなって
The
たんだ。
potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to his highness, but that islander had the high ground in the war of wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition, but your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into? Again?
I am sorry, sir, but I don't know anything else I could tell you.
Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, sir.
コンスタ
それちゃんと
ンティンが。
英語の訛りとか反映されてるんだよね。
そうなんだ。地方ごとにちゃんと英語の訛りが。そういうことか。 マリコールの治療の前にコンスタンティンを探さなきゃいけなくなったな、これな。審問中がダメになってる。英語わかる人だったらわかんだろうか。どっち方向のどこのやつかとかね。多分そうだよね。
字幕見てない。
字幕見てもまあちょっと日本語怪しいからね。コンスタンティンのここか。西のアーチのキャンプ。よいしょよいしょ。
ロード800。
早いでしょう。最高だぜ。どこだ？そこを右。3分の1ぐらいにはなってんじゃないかな。おい。いって。おい。おい。やばい。これ。この辺の敵ならば。オッケー。お、ちょっと待って。こっちじゃなかったかな。こっちでも良さそうだけど、いけるのかな。いけたわ。
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope that Onegad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here.
これか。痕跡を。
The tents were lacerated by what looks like
爪の
claws,
ようなもの。
and there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep by beasts. Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantine or Katasak's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks.
どこだあのオレンジの光はどこにある？ぬぬあっちか。
This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants.
あっちだ。お、知識の洞窟。
This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult. But rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find.
Nada.
Crater.
Crater?
Without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures.
なるほど。
The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantine nor
あ、ごめん、
Catisac are
踏み
among
つけ
them.
ちゃった。こっちかな？こっちだな。大丈夫か、コンスタンティン。生きているだろうか。どうなんだろうな。
More tracks. Footprints. They must have fled this way.
足ちょっとふわふ動いてる気がする。足でけえな。燃えてる。
Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against?
なんか戦闘音楽っぽいの流れてるけど。
Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames.
敵が残っている。痛い。ちょよっ、危ない危ない危ない。ほい。後ろのやつから。よいしょ。オッケー。これで終わった。持久力が欲しい。新しい防具が来たい。
Explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again?
バラバラかな。日本版だからバラバラじゃないのか、そんな感じかな。こっちだな。スキルポイント2か。どうしよっかな。これね、防御力アップの魔法を覚えたんだよね。バランス増加。静止、全体静止か。回復量。ここを増やそう。OK。あ、走行も回復できる。あ、やべ、すごいじゃん。で、ここの持久力上げて、こっちも上げないと走行をアップグレードできないんだよな。持久力、あれ持久力ってこれで合ってんかな。合ってると思うんだけど。あ、違う、持久力ってこっちか。違った。じゃあこれ上げとこうかな。装備を強化できる。
New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from?
なんだ結局裏切りのやつらがまた来てんのかな。
More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
まだここに痕跡があるらしい。どれだわ。足跡がめっちゃ光ってんだけど、なんだこれ。どういうこと？光る足跡。いやー、この辺は普通に素材だしな。こっ ちとも思えない。普通に先進んでみるか。
There are footprints.
あった。
Only a handful made it up to here.
痕跡だ。なんだこれ。セラフェーディン教授の作業メモ。現地人は高地に君臨する巨大な生き物について話してくれた。私たちが見つけた彫像はその姿をよく表しているのかもしれない。それは大きな翼のある獣だ。敏捷に飛ぶことができるようだが、胴体は保護されておらず弱いように見える。もちろんこれは単なる、描写表現に過ぎず、この観察結果が正しいかどうかは、実際に生きている姿を見なければならない。それがこれってこと？普通に石で彫った像、彫像か。彫像の方か。っていうのが出てくるのかな、じゃあ。
Despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Katasai.
なんか結構生きてるやついるけど。
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go.
そっちじゃねえな。そっちじゃねえな。おお、ぶっ飛ばされてる。いてててて。くっ。おい。いてー。よいしょ。危ねえ。飛ぶな。終わりだ。ちょっと結構体力あったな。つってもいいやつ落とすわけじゃねえんだけどね。なんだこれ、岩。
These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see.
手紙。
According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the bridge lines close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense.
何のためだ。
These vials look familiar. Katasach used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up.
痕跡か。
I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's.
Constantine.
Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual. But they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable
チンパンだけだと普通に死ぬかな。ある程度の回復と回避ガードは必要な感じがします。
No one would have attacked Katasach.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
カタザハが敵だったってこと？
He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wen Xavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasach returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
That trail seems a better one to follow. Katasach is a good man, but the soldiers and the lions have already betrayed you.
That's true. But I do not see how they could have made these animals obey them. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
マジか。ここで行き止まり。ここはなんだ？そこを調査すればいいのか。降りれねえのか。走って戻るしかあるまい。そこ左だね。任しちゃった。宝だ。ウス発。結局装備は拾わねえから買った方が早いんだろうな。なんだかんだ言っていい装備は手に入る。お、人が通れているぜ。ああ、拾いたいのに。拾いたいのに。よいしょ。よいしょ。いた。この辺の敵はまあ攻撃審判でも大丈夫です。おい。けなんだこの光は。なんなんだこの光は。ちょいバグ状態だ。まばゆい光がね。装備をくれ。大したもんねえな。この子はどうかな。大したもんないね。
バグハラクラッシュよりかは1000倍増し。
相当やばかったの。なんか結構話題になってたけど。返金だ祭りみたいな感じでツイッターになってたけど。あ、確かサイバーパンクの方もなんか返金のとかいう話が出てたな。まあなんか最近はやっぱあれなのかね。スケジュールに押されてちょっとバグありきで出しちゃうけど直しますよ体の発売が多いかもしれないですね。それでもなんとかクリアしたんでしょ。
死んだのは5回未満。バグハラクラッシュは100回走ってる。
やばい。それは相当だな。
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
Desardet. I am legate of the congregation of merchants on this island.
A legate?
ゲー
Here?
ムが回避不
Pardon
能
my
の即
dismay.
時攻撃してく
But
る。
we don't
わ
have
ら。
any here.
小山
やべえ
さん、
な。
皆さん、こんにち
Captain
は。
Idris.
こんにちはこんにちは。
I am the ranking officer in
こん
charge
ばん
of
は
this
ではなかった。
Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do
今
for
が
you,
昼
sir?
か。コンスタンティノ失踪について尋ね
I'm
る。
looking for Constantin Dorset, the island governor of the congregation of merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the cliff top?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me?
よし、金ならあるぞ。
I can see how difficult your present situation has become. I'm certain you haven't been paid either for quite some time. I cannot solve all of your problems. But what would you say if I took care of that one, at least?
A little gold would certainly improve the morale of my men. One of the men I posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
Sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
意外とあれだね。
Concerning the
いい
young
人っ
man that
ぽいな、この
survived.
人。
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
Really? I thought that your cousin's life hung in the balance.
Oh,
This
oh,
boy
oh,
will
oh,
not
oh,
survive
oh,
long
oh,
if
oh,
someone doesn't help him. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
証言をここか。
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you
もう死んでん
saying?
の？
Is the soldier?
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the
作る
recipe.
と
We'll
作
go
る
and
の
see that it's
か。
prepared for you.
作れっかな。
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
マジで。作るかな。やけどに効く。どれだ。これか。やけどだもんね。こっちかな。ああ、これだ。お、作れますね。オッケー。オッケー。ちゃんとスキル上げといてよかった。
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
あっさり作れた
And
け
if
ど。
he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank you again for your help.
OK。一日待つか。どうやって待とう。ちょっとどっかに行って帰ってくるのが良さそうだな。それか他のやつをやっておく？いや、寄っていくこともないだろうな。証言を集める他に、あれかな、怪我してないやつもいたりすんのかな。そんなことはない。いや、こいついけそうだな。いや、ダメだ。やっぱこいつか。そしたら、すぐそこら辺にファストポイントが、トラベルがあるから、トラベルして時間を進める。もうちょいかな。来すぎてない？来すぎてない。ああ、ちょうどキャンプがあるわ。トラベル。どこに行けば。これじゃ足らんな。ここぐらい。結構行っちゃうけど、まあいいか。戻れないか。で、トラベルを。違う、危ない。危ない。違う。で、戻る。OK。いや、こんなに行ったり来たりしなきゃいけないと、マジでプレステ5になっといてよかった。もうこのロード時間を体験するとプレステ4には戻れないね。早くみんなの手に渡るといいんだけどな、プレステ5。さあ、到着。おお、起きてる起きてる。
Hello, soldier. How are you
調子は
doing?
どうだい？
Better.
だいぶ良くなって
A
んの？
lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days. when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Constantine Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring
あ
them.
あ、野生動物。
And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and all the soldiers fell one after the other. I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and
片座派以外にも島民がいたと。
voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from having recovered.
Yes, it's best I leave now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
なるほど。なんか違うやつが失敗したっぽいけど。ああ、別の場所で話聞く方でもよかったと。これでもよかったんだねっていう感じか。あ、そっか、やけどの薬が作れなかった人のためにもう一個があったってそういうことか。
You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good man, Excellency. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
おっしゃ。コンスタンティンを助けに行くぞ。誰に聞く。誰と。どこで会えるんだろう。あ、ここなのか。どこだ？ここ？デジ電線のキャンプに飛べばいい。キャンプ。到着。で、ここだ。おう、早い。そっか、ロードは終わってるからか。で、よいしょ。ああ、ここに行った原住民のやつらか。いいっす。放っておこう。 うん、敵対をしてないんだな、もう。さあ、コンスタンティンの場所を書いておこうか。別にこいつが裏切り者ってわけではないか。
Hello. Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
コンスタンティンの襲撃について質問する。
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield.
You dare come here and accuse us of taking him? Let me throw him out this Renaigse and his ilk-Deren. May they receive this punishment for their
戦いになりそう。
arrogance.
また戦うの。彼らを脅す。話してくれるように説得しよう。外交官ら
I
しく。
know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who was protecting him. Katisach, one of your greatest Donegada.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the
話して
Vorsht,
くれるよ。
死んだ。
he died from his wounds. That night, we
マジ
heard
で
the
カタサカ死んだ
sounds
の
of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see. But
み
we
んななんか
arrived
知らないとこであっさり死に
The
すぎなんだ
last
が。
breath of Katasach had returned to the wind
死
when
体
we
は
arrived there, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace.
いい
This
やつだった
request might
な。
surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
マジか。めっちゃ片ザッハいい人だったのにな。死ぬところも見れずに終わったぞ。どこ？この辺？墓。もうちょいだ。この辺か？おー。
Katisach. Seeing the state of his body. I hate myself for having suspected him.
死後硬直
Forgive
が。
me, Donegad. To have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do. Now then. Let's see what story this corpse
なん
has
だこ
to
れ
tell.
胸が爆発してんの？直感。
Afra would know how to get information from this body. I'll need to go and find her. Afra would know how to get information from this
くそ
body. I'll need to go and find her.
くそ。アフラに頼むしかないのか。アフラってどこにいるんだ？アフラって味方かな？アフラって誰だっけ？味方にアフラなんていたやついなかった？あ、いたかな？いまだに名前覚えてないんだけど。こういうパターンだと味方な気がする。仲間を入れ替えだ。あそこ敵いるんだよね。 無視無視。光ってる光ってる。アフラって軍医とかそんな感じだったっけ？さあ味方を呼ぶ。いてくれ、アフラ。アフラいた、よかった。こいつ連れてけばいいんだ。オッケー。どうしようかな。マスクを外して、アフラを追加。オッケー。なんでアフラならわかるんだろう。通りますせー。オッケー。アフラを連れてきたぞ。意外と釣れてる味方でもなんかいろいろ変わったりするんだね。よし。
Here is the body of Katasach. Could you examine it and tell us what you make of his wounds?
Of course. This won't be the first time I've examined a corpse. We note a great number of large, blunt force contusions, covering the entire surface of the victim's body. None of the wounds could be attributed to a blade or a spear, nor are there any visible bullet entry points. Practically every bone has been broken in multiple places. The rib cage was torn open and then collapsed. The open wound reveals multiple perforations of the vital organs. Here, the borders of the wounds have been singed. The flesh is blackened, exposed to a flame, no doubt. And we also note several patches of mineral residue. They seem oddly out of place in spite of the exotic insular origin of our deceased. I would be hard-pressed to tell you which of the wounds proved to be the fatal blow, but one thing is certain.
He was smashed violently by a giant rock that was without a doubt on fire.
Yes. These wounds are similar to those given by a heated cannon shot, though in a less regular fashion.
The dead soldiers we found had identical wounds. As crazy as this may sound, whoever is responsible for this attack is capable of wielding...
In any other circumstance, your conclusion would qualify you for an asylum. But I stand on the side of the improbable. The natives' powers reside outside the body of knowledge we possess.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Katasach, the power to call volcano fires, could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the severity of these wounds, I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegat would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
Anatalas Fair.
What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegat who chants it to relive the last moments
of an Honor Manawi.
最後の
That
瞬
would
間
allow us
追
to
体
at
験で
least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kedachtas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your
これがで
cousin.
きんのかな。その死の苦痛を見せるっていうことになるわけでしょ。ティエナハルカダチタース。ここカタカナで書けるのになんで会話の時には出せないんだろうな。ここじゃないんだ。そこ通れないんだよな。間違っちゃったかもしれないな。あ、いやでもいけそうだな。いける？いけるかな。あれこの辺に入れ、あ、登る。お、いけそう。なんだ今の見えない壁があったぞ。合ってるよね。合ってるね。んでここ左。飛び降りることはできるんだな。ここだ。ビグシャディエルの村。来たことあるっぽいな。ロードが速すぎる。頼む。追体験お願いする。
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe, why have you come here again?
誰だっけ死者の儀について彼女に話す。
My help. You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your island? Or are you looking for something else?
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly? And in what way?
By performing the Anatalis fair on the body of Katasach, the Donegad.
Katasach is dead. Under Voshtire. This is a great tragedy. He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all. How did this happen?
He went with my cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken according to a witness. And Katasach suffered terrible wounds. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth. Only the Nadaig Manemen have the power to wield it. But none of our own would have attacked Katasach.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's responsible.
And you will avenge the dead as you have avenged my wound in the past. Very well, Renoixe. I will help you. And I also wish to gain understanding. Our island wails in suffering. Many Sinol Menawi have died. The Anatalas fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig, and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember.
or write in your language what I shall tell you. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh of those who fell. As for the personal object of Katasach, find his weapon, because it knew his fury and his despair.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body. I'll search the battlefield.
Where can I find him?
あの戦ってるとこに行くのか。
She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there when you have united all that I know. Then we can perform the ritual when the moon is high.
はい。
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site. The place of the attack is not far from Duren's camp.
Very well. I'll follow you.
お、肩に向かってくる。なんか儀式のポーションは大丈夫なのかな。ついたのかなこれ。どこだここ。はいはいはい。負傷。これは、ポーションをまず作らないといけねえな。したらば足んないよね。
No, I haven't been able to unite.
Have you remembered that you needed a potion made with viscera of a scavenger found where Katasach fell? And also,
I have heard and understood.
Find me here when you have gathered everything.
Until then.
行ってくる。しまったー。一緒に来なければよかったー。どこにいるんだよ、ここ。とりあえず、こんな影にこんな場所があったのか。敵がいるんだよね。スルーしたいけどスルーできない。いや、いけそうだな。とりあえず調合できるかだな。で、はい。これかな。その腐食臓物がいるんだね。場所わかる？どこにいるんだ？あの辺にいると。で、武器もこの辺にあるわけだ。そしたらそうだな。ここに行きたいね。石のアーチのキャンプ。石のアーチのキャンプ。で、左からでいいかな。まあ、ロープレってほど敵と出会うわけじゃないから、まあその辺は楽かも。ああ、生きてるのかいこいつら。いたたたたた。痛い痛い痛い。まあこの辺のやつだと別にガードする必要もねえ。おい。おい。いやー違うよな。こいつら落とすわけじゃねえよな。もっと上だな。無視していきたいところだがダメだ。戦闘中だと 登れねえからな。うえ、痛え、痛えな、痛えな、痛え。そんなにダメージじゃない。ほら、あれあれあれ、どこ行ったの、どこに。
こんばんは。さすがに鬼滅の映画見たかな。
いや、映画は見てないよ。アニメは見たけどね。映画はまだ見てないよ。てか見るに行くかな。映画館はさすがに行かないような気がすんだよね。DVD なりが出たらかな。場所間違ってるからなってるわ。まあ本編原作は完結したんだったらアニメはそのうちやるんじゃないですかね。やっぱりやるでしょう。ちょっと敵強えな。おいおい、ガードを破る。痛い。勝てえな。これ相当勝てえな俺。危ない。結構かかっちゃうかね。であらよく、あた。あ、ちょっと待って、そろそろガード全部剥げちまったこっち。いや、これ結構強いかも。これおいしょ。ガードは剥いたぞ。そっちもガード剥げてる。まだいるんだけど、いて。なんかハマってるやついる。いて。よっしゃ、まずガード剥いだ。あとはそしたらよいしょ。痛えな。やばいな。やばい。違うもん持ったかもしれない。どれだっけな。痛いな。これだった。これだ。走行クリーム。なんか走行クリームって言われるには飲んだけど、飲んでなんか普通に防具が回復したわ。でこいつらが持ってると。オッケー。1個2個3個、これで3つ手に入った。それと片ザッハの武器。俺この時拾わなかったかな。
I recognize this weapon. It's Katasax, I'm certain. It must have been broken during the battle. Let's take it back to Mev.
あっ走ろうと思ってバツボタン押したらなんか行っちまったわ。どこ行くんだろうこれ。ああ、変なとこ来ちゃった。どこだここ。なぜこんなとこに来ることが選択肢が出てたのかさえわからんわ。失敗。バストラベルあるしな。とりあえず作ろう。ここで、これを。儀式のポーション、完成。そして、深夜、真夜中にメブに会おう。真夜中なるんじゃねえかな。どうかな。夜にはならなそうだな。時間調整でどうしたらいいんだろうこれ。迷うな。 明るいよな。いやでもちょっと日が落ちてきてるか。俺は日が落ちてるのか昇ってきてるのかが分からんけど、ちょっと時間潰せんのかな、この辺で。寝るとかないの？休む。なんか時間、いや。
仁王のドルクの最後が今夜からだけど、やりませんの？
まだねやってないしね、どれもやってないからな。夜間か。最後が出てそこから全部やればいいのかな。まああと今ゲームめっちゃ溜まってるからな。あれかな、なんだっけ、年末年始休み連休入るんで、その時にだいたい消化してやることがなくなったらやるのも
溜まってるのか
ありかもしれない。そうだね、もうこのグリードフォールをねサクッとクリアしたいなってところではあるんだよ。多分もう結構佳境には来てるんでね。うい、頼むぜ。
Yes. Here is what you asked me to bring.
This is good. The moon is high. We may start. Take your place.
飲んだ。結局死体はいるんだ。
Katasar, we have come to learn the truth of your death. Ato al confrangawi brandi, olehana memen adestame haman.
わからんわ。わからんわ。どんな詠唱してんのかわからんわ。英語じゃなさそうだよな。
ずるいわけ、わら。
出たターミナル。ラーメン。目いってる。
Katasak, help me, please.
硬さは優しいな。
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster. Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You never should have done that, Katasach. To save one Renaigse,
英語が間に挟まる意味がわからない。
His spirit is different. He receives badly. You have woven the bond of the death bringer.
What is happening to you? Get a hold of yourself. Come on.
ボスか。それがあれがボスなのか。
I cannot believe it.
彼が戻ってきた。
Who has?
Finbar. The High King.
おお。
We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker? And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Yes. The golden haired was there.
アーサーキングだな。
And he was afraid. Katasach protected him before he was killed by Finbar.
朝を倒すのか。
Leave me now. I am very tired.
How are you feeling?
Better. What are you going to do now?
すぐ朝になってすぐもう元気になってるわ。
I must follow Vinbar. I have no choice.
Do you know where to look for him? Vinbar has been missing for moons.
The kings and queens could tell me when they
イン
saw
バー
him
ルって
for the
人らしい
last
ですよ。
time.
Then you must earn their trust. Arm yourself with patience and courage on Olmanawi. Your journey is still long.
Thank you, Lev. You have helped us greatly.
Do not thank me. I have not done this for you, but for Katasach. In order to satisfy my curiosity, I betrayed my king. You will find him and confront him, no doubt. All that remains for me to do is to pray that I have done nothing that cannot be fixed.
Farewell,
Lev. ビンバールの道を見つける。ああ。女王への道。ああ。なんか繋がってきてるね。え？どこだ？見つけるって。見つけるって、アイコンがないのだが。どう見つけたらいいのだ？もうこのあれかな？女王の道の方行けばいいのかな？逆だったな、これ。戦いたくない。戦うことになってしまった。さいなら。で、そうすると、こっちのマークするってことでいいかな。多分話これで繋がってるんだろうしな。トラベル。よし、各場所で会いに行こう。これで、現地人たちに、全員から話を聞くわけだ。それが見えないところにマークあったのかな、もしかして。いや、ないよね。黒いびっくりマークないもんな。他に選択肢はなさそうだ。こっちかな。頼もう。この人もあんまクセモンなんだけどな。
To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
喜びを抱く。女王について尋ねる。女王というものが正しいのか。ビンバールを探している。
I wouldn't know where you could find him. He disappeared moons ago, but you are our ally, our friend. I will tell you about the last time I met with him. We had met in the council at Dorhad Genadu to decide what to do about the Renaigs, but we were unable to come to an understanding. Some of us are full of violence and refuse to see what we gain by befriending your kind. Deirdre and the poor Bladnid were among them, alas, and only speak about the massacres. I defended you, of course, and attempted to make them hear reason, with some help from the cautious Dunkas. But our disagreement angered Vimbar. He decided to leave us and to seek counsel elsewhere. He wanted to go to the heart of the island to consult with on Milfrictiman.
Do you think he might have stayed there?
I doubt it. It was too long ago. You should travel to Wenshavar, his village. Even if he decided to stay away from his people, he would not have abandoned his closest friends.
Thank you, Ulan.
Anything else?
Okay.
Nothing. I must go.
よいしょ。次の聞くべき相手。どこだ？トラベル。ここだ。はい、新しい場所かな。新しい場所だ。大丈夫かな？敵強くないかな。でもそんなに広くないね。敵影もないし。いたけどなんか強そう。大丈夫かな？ちょっと。戦えるわ。こいつ俺でも確か強かった気がするんだよな。怖い。いいダメージもらえそうで怖い。危ない。どうか。来い。おい。ちょ。おい。いや、結構強えな。これな。危ない。ちょっと待って。ちょっと待った。一発が重すぎる。重すぎる。マジで重い。まずガードル。危ねえ。マジ危ねえ。死んでる。まずいぞ。これは結構まずいかもしれない。これまずいかも。3匹も残ってるのまずい。さよなら。危ねえ。軽くしてるよな。一匹を集中的に。まず一匹を片付けよう。ほら、いたー。もうダメ。よいしょ。おい。ちょい。ワニ強いな。ガラー。ほい。おら。よっしゃ、匹。ガードを外してまたやばい。待って怖え。いたー。マジ強っ。もう一口。うわー、フラッシュんでる。オッケー。狐をロックオンするわけじゃない。オッケー。危ねえ。わーお。振りが早え、マジで。こんだけ頑張った割に大したもん手に入んねえんだよな。このゲームいつもそうなんだよな。強いやつがいてもなんかあんのかなと思って頑張って戦ってもなんもねえんだよな。体力めっちゃありそうなんだけど。うわ、ガード硬っ。でも一発で取るわ。 おいおいあれ危ない危ない危ない危ないおいおいオッケー。でこっちで良さそうだな。はい相変わらず。やべワニだ。やべ戦いたくないかもしれない頑張ったあげくなんでもないから。キャンプかなそこのハテナは。いや違うかな、スキルポイントかもな。あキャンプだ。へえ。で次がそこだな。女王に愛された者に尋ねる。誰だろう。すげえ剣だなそれ。かっこいいな。みんな同じ剣持ってる。行き過ぎてるね。そこを右のこの人かな。愛された人っていう男だけど。いやいやいやいやいやいや、あいやいやいやいや。
Hello. I'm sorry, but I do not speak your
あ
language.
あ、本当に分からない相手なんだ。分からない言葉だったんだ。
I have never met one with the bond. Might I do something for you?
女王に近い人について尋ねる。
I am looking to find Vinbar, the High King of Tearfredi, and I was told that he was born in this village. He disappeared after visiting the heart of the island, but I was hoping someone here might know where he's hiding.
You should speak with Sarah. She is the companion of our king.
Where might I find her?
I do not know. She left the village
また出
and
て
I
っ
have
てんの
not
か
seen
よ。
her in several days. Anything else?
いいさ。
Goodbye.
What hour am saying?
現地語で話してんだね。あと話せる人こいつかな。
Dear Tumad, it is rare to see Renaikse here. Is there something I can do for you?
なんか今までの中で一番女性的な人がいたな。
I'm looking for High King Vinbar. I know that he disappeared after having visited the heart of the island, but someone here in this village might know where he went after that.
If anyone knows, it would be Sarah. But you will not find her here. Anything else?
このセリフが言っちゃった。セレがいないことについて尋
Would
ね
you
る。
know where I could find Sarah?
She left to follow Vimbar. She wanted the mountains to take her as well.
What do you mean?
I don't know if Renaikse could understand. Our High King is on Olmenawi, and a Donegad. His bond with the mountain is very strong. Even stronger now that he speaks with the En-Olmil Frichtimen.
He is becoming a Nadag. It is the fate of the wisest among us.
Sarah knew that the mountain would take him back, and she wanted the mountain to take her as well. She went to attempt to bond herself to it. She sought the cavern of
知
knowledge.
識の洞窟。
We haven't seen her since. She might have succeeded. Anything else?
知識の洞窟がどこにあるか尋ね。
Where is this cavern of knowledge located?
We don't know. The caverns of knowledge are the concern of the Donegada. Anything else?
どこだ。
Thank you for your help.
Wa'aulamsek.
知識の洞窟。いやー。知識の洞窟は逆にあっちのやつが知ってるとかいうパターンかな。何言ってるか分かんないな。
Partir to mad.
Partir to mad.
女なんだ。話せる人が2人しかいねえんだよな。
Might I do something for you?
知識の洞窟について尋ねる。
I heard talk about a cavern of knowledge.
It is a place where the Donegada go, within the earth. They hear the voices of those that went before them, and they learn. There are some on Tiafradi. The closest to our village is found to the northeast of here, but the entrance is sealed, hidden. It is a sacred place, a place for only the Donegada. Anything else?
ドデイガーダーに
Goodbye.
っていう人いるのかなっていう人っていうかなんだろうな、選ばれし者的なあれかな。知識の洞窟、そこか。どう回るんがいいんだ。いや、もう普通にここか。こっちも行って戻る。ワニがいたんだよな。ワニを無視したいから方角を確認して左。やだー。ごめんね。ごめんね。ここ通れないんだね。どうもどうも。危ない。マジで危ない。逃げれた。簡単に逃げれるからな、このゲーム。なんかありそう。なんもなかった。ワニばっかなんだけど、これやっば。これ登れねえやつだわ。倒さないとダメだ。おるよっ、あるだよっ、あるだよいしょ。痛えくそ。しおら回復やって。走行の回復痛え。走行ドリンククリームなんだけどな。痛え。マジ危ない。危ねえ。よいしょ。危ない。マジで危ないよ。いってー。マジやばいかも。やられている。やられている。やだ。ちょっと待って。ちょっと準備ができてない。走行回復からのよいしょ。あらよ。いたー。危ね。暴れすぎ。危ねえ。休まないな攻撃こいつ。危ねえな。いやーマジでやばいぞ。普通に負けるぞ。 そこや。ああマジ強い。結構回復とかも使った。魔法で回復すると硬直がな。遠いね。あの左上はキャンプかな。あ、途中でキャンプって感じか。セーブポイントを、あ、回復作っとこう。いらんアイテムとかちょっと、いや、てか装備品そんなに拾ってないかな。この辺はで、どれだっけな。装甲クリーム。これ結構いるんだよね。と、あと普通のポーション、回復ポーション。だけあればいいでしょ。組み立てるって何なんだろう。ポーション組み立てるって。キツネちゃん。あ、なんだ。
Your life is in our hands. It is time to tell us all you know. The sooner you speak, the sooner this will be over with. We should be discreet if we want to eavesdrop on these people.
そういう説明は早く言ってくれる。ちゃんとこっそりしたけどさ。
Enduring this punishment for hours, blow upon blow through gritted teeth.
Truly savage beast.
これが伴侶か。
Do we even know if it speaks our language?
Leave us. You will eventually tell us how you found your way into that grotto. Your defiance is only prolonging the inevitable. You remind me of that rat my master was studying. The creature used all of its fire in an effort to escape. Scratching, twisting, refusing to understand that the cage holding it was its only remaining world. It had everything it could ever need, but it wouldn't stop looking for a way out. Even though its fate was now sealed to serve science. Its animal instinct drove it to flee.
こいつらは戦いそうだな。
It had strangled itself between the bars of its own cage in a final futile attempt to escape. It was an enormous beast and very clever. If it had simply relented, it could have lived peacefully for many years. Instead of that,
嫌な女だなこいつ。助けに入っていってもな。
monsters are torturing her. Come, we must set her free.
We may be able to reason with them. I could try.
お、アフラが説得できるとは。行こう。 説得できるなら説得の方がいいのかな。あれ出ていくのそれ。あそこに行くまでに敵がいるな。倒してもいいんだけどね。あ、あ。やべ。
But I recognize this face.
バレた。
Lord de Sardet, what a pleasure to see you again. What good wind brings you?
These people are monsters. They just tortured a woman, and then they say hello, as if it were nothing.
I'm sure that they will explain what pushes them to treat her this way.
Believe me, we would never have reached such extremities if she had told us what we wanted. You see, we have been studying these beings that show, like you, such strange markings on their bodies. We call them metamorphs, but the natives call them Onolmanawi. And we seek to learn through what process they metamorphosize. We heard talk of a cavern of knowledge. The savages hide all of their knowledge within them. And certainly all the secrets that interest us. We discovered one here, but are unable to enter. This woman, she knows how to enter. But as you have witnessed, she refuses to tell us how. To know we are so close to understanding such a fascinating phenomenon. And to be able to do nothing. Let's just say it has made us aggressive.
It's extremely regrettable. Free her. We would like to have a word with her.
She won't tell you anything. Let us handle this. She will give in at some point.
拷問を続けるっつうのか。アフラが説得できるらしいからね。アフラに話させよう。
Afra?
I am so ashamed. To think that I worked alongside you. You are not sages.
それ説得なの
You
か。
are worth no more than a band of drunken brutes. And you shame me even more than the others. To think that we left our master's service together because of his cruelty.
You are unfair, Afra. We are so close to making a fantastic discovery. You know that deep down I am not like that.
Then prove it.
Oh, free her now! We shall leave. Nothing more holds us here.
説得というのかどうかよくわからんが。まあよくやった、アフラ。話せるかね。解放。
How are you feeling?
Better now. Those Renaigse are absolute monsters. But who are you? You too are a Renaigse. Why have you freed me?
We were told at Wen Shavar that you and you alone could tell us where to find High King Vinbar.
I wish I knew where he was right now. He bid me farewell weeks ago and he has not returned. I waited a long time and then I came here. To enter into the Cavern of Knowledge.
You believe this is where he's hiding?
No. But he came here often before he disappeared. I'm hoping to find answers. You saved me. And so I must help you as well. You may come with me. The Cave of Knowledge is a bit further north.
おほやったぜ。戦わずしていけたな。まあ、戦って倒して装備剥ぎ取ってもよかったけどな。なんで体育座りしてんだ。どこだ？これも決戦って感じなのかな。その王は多分ボスっぽいもんな。結構行くんすね。ランニングが遅い。 あ、あったあった。いつもの扉だね。
Here is the entrance to the Cavern of Knowledge. I hope that Vinbar has left a clue to where he went. Something I could track.
Is it your wish to join him?
He is my Manundanem. That means the one who shares my mind in your language. We must be reunited.
I understand. But why protect the entrance to the cavern at the risk of your own life?
The Caverns of Knowledge are truly sacred places. Only the Doneigada have the right to enter.
But you're not a Doneigad, is that right?
I am not. But I must enter in spite of everything. And since you have helped me,
どういう理屈なんだ。いいのかそれ。
enter as well. Even if I am not sure I can trust you. Because you spared these people. Remind yourself that this honor is immense and show respect. I implore you.
Put your fears to rest. We have not come to defile this sacred place. How do we enter?
Allow me. I have seen Vinbar make these movements so many times.
開いたわ。よし行こう。知識の洞窟。はいはいはい。もう順番に。敵がいるわけではないのか。
The paint of this fresco is still fresh. It must have been painted recently. It's of a crowned man. Vinbar, no doubt. It looks as if he's walking through the skies towards the volcano. A face has been painted on the volcano.
The spirit of the mountain. My heart did not betray me. Vinbar has readied himself to join Enon Milfrichtemen.
Was that why you came in here? To confirm that supposition?
To understand, yes. As the years passed, my Minundanem grew more and more distant to me. I thought at first it was due to his status and the invasion of the Renaigse. But now I see that he was hearing the call of Enon Milfrichtemen. He had no choice but to answer it. Oh, Vinbar, why did you not share this with me?
道を教えてくれる。あれどこ行った。あれ見失った。あ、そっちか。あった。
These paintings are older. This looks like it represents a man who transforms himself into some kind of enormous bird.
単なる鳥だけにしか見えなかったか。
Becoming a Nadaig Maneman, Vinbar was also bound to the mountain. It is no doubt the path he has chosen to follow.
If I understand correctly, the Doneigada metamorph differently according to the place they are bound.
Yes. The Sinolminawi bind them to a specific place, and in return they become the Guardians. But how could a Guardian of the Plains resemble a Guardian of the Mountains?
Do you believe that Vinbar is readying himself to undergo this transformation? I thought it was a very slow process.
For some, it takes years. At least this is what is said. For others, it might take place the very moment where the Doneigad surrenders to Enol Milfrichtemen. I hope only to have the time to bid him farewell.
ってことはビンバールが守護者になった後戦うのかな。山の門の種。あ、これ鍵になりそうだな。
Given how well hidden this seed was, it must open an important passage. All we have to do is find out which. This mural is also ancient. It seems to show a
この
door
山の
into
扉を
the
開く
mountain.
種かな、さっき
This
のが。
door appears to be in front of a circle of stone. There are two altars and
種
two
が2つ。
seats.
あ、もう一
The
個いるな。
Doneigada seal certain sacred places with root doors.
Yes, I've run into similar barriers. It's all a matter of finding the right seed. But here, there are two that seem to be different. For one, the flower motifs seem to indicate which plant is required.
This is possible. The caverns of knowledge are used to initiate and transmit the knowledge of the Dene Gada. This painting must teach the younger how to reach the sacred place where they will bind themselves.
In that case, shouldn't there be an illustration of the second plant?
The initiates also learn by listening to their masters.
長老から話を聞けと。っていう感じだろうな。なんかあったりしないかな。
On this one, we see a sacred site with raised stones. And behind the face of the volcano, we also see the path that leads there. Like some sort of schematic.
This must certainly be the path the young apprentices must walk, and the Dene Gada that are prepared to surrender themselves to Enolmir Frichtimen.
Do you recognize the place where the entrance can be found?
I think so. It looks like the grotto that lies to the northwest of our village.
With all that we've learned from studying these paintings, we should be able to find Vinbar. I just hope there's still enough of him left to answer us. And that Constantine is with him. And that he is still alive.
Who is Constantine?
コンスタンティンを助けに行こう。
I thought you were looking for Vinbar.
I seek them both. I had hoped that Vinbar would help me enter the sanctuary of Dorhad Genadu. But I learned from the Tierna Hak Kadaktus that he took my cousin.
The Tierna told you this? And so you seek to avenge him?
No. Only to save my cousin and try to understand why.
None of what you say makes sense. Why would Vinbar take your cousin? I don't understand. My head spins. I need to breathe fresh air. I shall await you outside.
Please, go ahead. We will join you soon.
Am I the only one to think this woman's departure is suspicious?
Sarah is upset, and I don't think that she trusts us. We should hurry and catch up to her.
I shouldn't have told her about Constantine. She must have thought we wanted to kill her husband. This door is locked. Sarah has put us in a very tricky situation.
I should have noticed that she did not trust us. Well, let's search. There must be another exit to this cave.
閉じ込められました。はい、はい、こう回ってきたから奥へ。ここか。別に敵とかいるわけじゃないしね。大丈夫そう。出れた。こんな裏手普通にあんな大層な門があったのに。でここどこなの？めっちゃ裏と繋がっとったやん。まあ滑って登れない系のやつかな。ここが高いから普通には来れないんだ。一方通行だわ。で見つけたいよね。おほほ結構戻るな。
She must have set them to make sure that we wouldn't be able to follow her.
Let's hurry and find this passage to the northern mountain before she decides to come and fight us directly.
ちょっと待って。思ったより見れ。やってくれるな、セラさん。 下を見ながら行こう。最初のあそこにあっただけかな。
僕が格ゲーしてる間に外交官がナイトになっとるやんけ。
外交官がね、もうちょっとで外交も終わるぜ。最後に力で外交して終わりだぜ。なんかボスっぽいのが出てきたからね。わかんないけど。これなんかあれじゃない？これが終わればゲームをまた一つ消化できるんだ。格ゲーか。
外交は口ではない。能力だ。
そうだ。拳で言うことを聞かせよ。全時代式のね。これぞ外交。ああ、君たちはあんまり外交したくねえんだよな。あ、引っかか危ない危ない危ない。普通に強いからな、こいつら。ああ、でも倒したらレベル上がったかな。ここ左。右か。こいつらめちゃめちゃ強いやつじゃなかったっけ？あ、ちょっと待って。あんま戦いたく、マジで戦いたくないかも。やめて。あ、やった。スキルのやつだ。ゲットスキルキポイント。こうすると
疲れてるはずなのに眠くないな。なんでやろ。
そんなものさ。もう疲れてるけど、いつも4時以降とかにならないと眠れなかったりするからね。でも疲れは溜まってる感はあるんだよね。あ、いや、こっちじゃないな。こうか。こいつらならば倒して経験値を取っておこうかな。痛い。やめて。あ、やめて、マジでやめて。あ、痛い。あ、ちょ。待って。危ねえ。あかんって。あ、後ろにバックしちゃった。あー、飛んでった。いでー。
時間を偉い人の話聞いて、グッズ探しに行き来る中、8店舗巡って、鉄拳7で暴れて疲れてるはずなのにな。
すげえな。相当働いたよね。おい。あぶねえ。あかんぞ。よいしょ。危ねえ。ああ、ガードも回復するようになった。助かるわ、マジで魔法が。おい、危ない。ああ、しよら、さよなら。いや、ガードしたでしょ。危ないって。おい、オッケー。あと1回戦闘すればレベル上がんな。入っちゃう前にレベル上げた方が良さそうな気もするけど。まあいいか。なんとかなるやろ。なんかが落ちている。セラフェリン教授の探検隊メンバーからのメッセージ。なんと恐ろしい生き物だ。仲間と、なんだっけ。 苗を登っている時、翼で攻撃してきた。翼は巨大な剣のようだ。仲間が掴んでいたロープを切った。もし武器を持っていたら迎撃できただろう。でも実際は仲間が落ちていくのを見ることしかできなかった。なんという探検だ。
This is the place which was depicted on the mural in the Cave of Knowledge. Vimbar must have hidden the passage to the sanctuary.
見つけたぞ。お？ダンジョンか。見つけた。お、レベル上がった。味方の回復も使用。グループヒール。で、持久力を上げて、強い防具を装備できるようにすると。いや、防具持ってきてたかな。
外で粉雪が待ってる。
え、マジで寒かったよね、マジで。だからもう今日仕事から帰ってきて風呂入ったわ。いつもはなんかこのゲームやってから風呂入って寝るんだけど。粉雪でここでいいよね。雪ですよ、雪。あ、いいじゃん。ちょうだい。すげえ。エピック。斧だよ、斧。装備できないけどね。防具が欲しいね。
広島で雪が降るのも珍しいんやけどな。今年の寒波は厳しくなりそうやな。
そうっすね。もうすでにだいぶ寒くなってきてる。あれどうなってるんだこれは。迷路か。こっち行くと外出ちゃうんだね。こっち。ここ登りたいけど登れない。あがで一周回っちゃう。ここを登る。一応関東の方も15日14の深夜にちょっとみぞれみたいなの降ってましたね。その後は降らなかったから今は降ってないけど、まあもうそろそろでしょう。OK、グレートパワーポーション。お？いや、絶対弱いだろうなこれ。置いて、で、ここか。いるね、敵が。ほい。いや、めちゃ普通に強い。普通に強いわ。
雪も降るし、コロナ感染者急増するし、年末になりそうだ。
確かに。家でもおとなしくゲームしてよぜ、みんな。あだで、電車のなんか深夜運行もとかも今回は中止の要請するんでしょ。まあ、いてくそ。初詣っていう雰囲気でもないのかもね。初詣どうなるんだろうね。例年すごい人が集まるはずなんだけど、それが今回はもうできないって感じになるのか。いやー、その敵がそこに外にいるのかこれ。どこ行ったんだ。どこまで行ったんだあいつは。
大学もしばらく対面講義だったのに、またドームのお世話になるのか。
なるほど。ズーム開始かまた。 このコロナに入ってからズームがいきなり始まったよね。なんでなんだろうな。それまではなんかボイスチャットとかスカイプとかいうイメージだったけど、ウーバーイーツもすごいなんかいいタイミングで入ってきたよな。もしやコロナが流行るのが分かっていたかのような準備をしていた。陰謀論みたいな感じじゃなお、鉱石。おうおうおう。いやめっちゃ強いんだけどマジで。ちょっと数を減らそうこれ。あーまずい感じするな。強すぎでは。危ないって。
ゲームの講義はアニメ見ながらでもゲームしながら受けれるから楽だけど友達と遊べないのが辛い。
ダメよダメよおずるわ。まあでもするよねで、あいやこれまずい。あこれまずい。あこれまずいわ。結構まずいわ。てほらあいてくそ。よいしょ。いだ。よいしょ。してよいしょ。あだ。よいしょ。こいつだけあと。まだいるな。数を減らそう。あれこいつガードかってえな。ほいあれオッケー。なんでギリなんとかいけんだ。間違えた。どうだコンスタンティン、生きているのか。おなんかやばそう。これ絶対動きそうなやつだよねこいつがバンバールかな。あじゃあ動かないか。気のせいだったか。どっちかな。かっけえな。いやでも最終ボスは
動く詐欺
普通に最後はあれの本物が銅像じゃない本物が出てきそう。やばい。一体一撃が重い。ははだいぶきつい。回避が間に合っていない。ガードマジか。ちょっとまずいかも。これまずいかもちょっと待って。さよなら。ダメか。ダメなのかこれ。これダメかも。ダメかもダメだ。逃げる場所がない。これは終わったかな。いやこっちか。飛び降りろ。くそー。これまずいぞマジで。これは終わりの気配が。あいつをあでーくそ。よいしょ。ワールドザワールド危ねえ。よいしょ。まずお前がして。
ここは外交官らしく外交物理外交じゃないか。
そうだ。この間に回復して。よいしょ。 もう一匹いるんだけど怖え。よいしょよいしょ。あいやー、あ、待って、離れて。おい、一人ずつ来い。一回隠して。おいおい、危ない。おらー、後ろを取って。おい、あれー、右も左も触れるんですね。危ない。くっそ、マジで隙がなさすぎる。よいしょ。危ない。あ、いやー、やばい、いや、やられる、マジでやられる。止まれ。ザワールドなんでマジきつかったわ。おいおい、えい、あれー、くそ、ガードしたはずなんだけど。あー、ちょっと待って、ガードマジしてんだけど。もっと反応早くしなきゃ。おいおれおい、あい、危ねえ。あ、いやいやいやいや、よいしょ、そこだ。あー、危ねえ。助かった。マジスレスレだったんだけど。あー、危なかった。で俺はどこに行かなきゃいけないんだ。そっちか。ちょっと待ってよ。セーブした方がよくね。セーブじゃん。うまくいきじゃん。マジこのゲームどこでセーブされてるかよくわかんねえからな。強そうじゃないっすかね。なんか強そうですけど大丈夫かな。あ、いや、そうでもなさそう。あてー、いや、強いかも。一撃半分持ってくれた。なんかかかってる、なんかかかってる。俺シオラ下からも回復しといてくれ。あ、危ねえ、ガードした。一撃重すぎてガードしてんのに倒れる。あてー、落ちたー。やべ、それ回復しちゃうやつなんだよね。あ、回復しちゃってんじゃない。あ、もう完全回復してるわ。やっべえ。ちょっと待った、それはまずい。それはマジでまずい。あかんて。あかんて。いやでも倒さないと通れねえ。あー、ロード早くて助かる。落ちたら戦闘解除されるのなくね。マジでひどいそれ。ほら、静止じゃん。まず裏入ろう。あ、ちゃんと待つんだ、こっちが攻撃するの。あら、それ毒。ほらもう近づいたら終わりや。あれ勝てば正義よ。あ、これ間違ってない？ 間違ってんじゃん。何のためにこう来たんや。
やはり銃は偉大なり。
偉大だったけど、これ戦う必要なかったやつだと。ひどい。こうか。いや、左だよな。なんか落ちてる落ちてる。ああ、てか、あれか。ひどかった。いや、これ正規ルートだけどさ、どうなの？あ、いや、正規ルートじゃないかも、これ。クロスしてる。あ、いや、合ってるくせ。なんか、アイテム実は隠されてる系とかじゃないの？あるね。なんかすげえ強い武器とかがあったりするかも。それは見逃せないのでござる。やったー。それさ、ずるくない？正面に撃てや。勝てー。いてー。あ、俺。よいしょ。よいしょ。あれよ。ほい。あれよ。だから曲がってくる、誘導するんだけど、その唾。ほい。おら、シオラに何すんだ。シオラから離れろ。はめてんじゃねえよ、シオラを。おら。なんかはめられてない？はめられてない？それ大丈夫？逆にはめてたのかな。オッケー。さあ何がもらえるのかな。楽しみだ。戦利品。金貨、回復ポーション、弾薬、ウグイス発。いや、弱い。このゲームそういうとこあるよな。マジで。そこ行くのは分かんないけどさ。そうすると、奥は奥で何かあるということなんですかね。最初の方に繋がってるわけだ。
I need a bit of practice.
飛べたらなんかあんのかな。なんかありそうだけどね。オッケー。まあいいさ。来た。ここだ。新しい場所。敵が強くなってきている。あ、キャンプ。持久力上がったんすよ。装備ください。今つけてる装備があれもっと強いのはなかったっけな。あれもっと強いのもあったんだけどな。これ日によって変わるんだ。マジか。嘘でしょ。めっちゃ強いの持ってる時あったんだけどな。撃ってる時は。マジかー。弱い装備でもうしばらくいか。いや、ちょっと待って、俺確かなんかしまってたぞ。強い装備。
安物しか置いてねえとは、しけてんな。
しけてやがるぜ。箱からこれ装備できない。いや、してもいい。あ、これだ。いいよ、いいよ。ぐっと上がる。 これ2つつけてんだよな。2つつけて、12ぐらい上がってんのかな。そうするとコインカードの方が強いかもな。まあいいや、これと、ここはしけてんな。いや、てかそれしかない。他は買うつもりだったんだよね。やっぱ日によって変わってるかも。防具が変わるだけでも結構違うでしょう。防具ってか胴体のやつね。うわ、20上がるけど、まあ思ったより上がってねえな。間違った。かわいいの持ってないかな。持ってなさげだね。いらないもの。これは装備できないんで、オッケー。これで下手すりゃ強化できんじゃないかな。こいつを強化。
布団の温かみが増す今日この頃。
いいよね。俺はこたつ派なんですよ。これだ。いいんじゃないこれ。ピッキングプラス。ついてるのかもともと。なんだこれ。バランスと走行。走行とバランス。これが走行が一番上がる。バランスは上がんないけど。まあこれでいいか。OK、152。よっしゃ。これでダメージがだいぶ減らせるぜ。そう。武器も強化しとこうかな。強化できなかった。こいつ。走行ダメージと気絶、物理。いや、こいつに関しては走行ダメージだな。俺。
子供の頃に読んだ布団の国みたいな感じの絵本が好きだったな。
そんな絵本があるんだ。布団の国か。幸せだろうな。二度寝が一番幸せなんだよね。二度で幸せ。なんだ。すごい。
Finally.
Finally.
We made it to high ground. Now, let's find this trail to the
聖
sanctuary.
域へ。
It can't be far from here.
ファイナリーって言葉にこれが最後かとか思っちゃったけど、別にそういう意味のファイナリーじゃん。なんで、ふえっ届かね。
Bloodied feathers.
They are extremely long. I know of no species of bird that sports such plumage.
アフラじゃない方が良かったか
Looks
もな。
like Vinbar must have begun his transformation. He will soon become a guardian of the mountains.
山の守護者にな
If
る
we want to have any chance of saving Constantine, we must hurry.
さっきの銅像みたいになっちまうのか。ヴィンバールの道を見つけてるからいいんだよね、これ。なんでこれ別なんだろうな。でもどっちみちアイコンないからな。いいよね。なんだこれ。
More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail.
羽どこ。
You should not have come all this way, Renaikse.
出た。
I will not let you near Vimbar.
Sarah, we must see him. We don't have a choice. We saved you. Why have you locked us in the cavern? And why do you now stop us from passing?
In spite of your friendship with these monsters, you helped me. I thought that I had to help you in return. But I learned looking at the paintings that this was madness. Vinbar has heard the calling and answered. Even if it breaks my heart, he has done what is right. He maintains the balance. No one must stop him. I am his Menundanem. It is now my duty to defend the path he treads.
His path led him to kill Katasach, and now he holds my cousin captive. I'm sorry, Sarah, but no one will keep us from passing.
8 more!
戦闘開始。やはり一人ずつまずうるい痛いクソあちょ待ってずるずるカシンよいしょおいえカシンおら俺の外交どうだ俺の外交はどうだおいめっちゃ避けるんだけど俺の外交の味はどうだほらその程度かいぼーっと立ってるやつがいるあらよもう大丈夫数は大丈夫てか防御力結構上がったから結構楽やなほいくい
回避ステップがブラステップなんだよな
確かにシュッつってあー評判悪くなっただって仕方なくない他に選択肢なかったんだけどあなんか手に入ったアイテム耐性金貨そしてこいつは何を持ってるのかなおお嵐の戦士でブーツあセラの種これがあれもう一個のか使うじゃあ嵐の戦士のブーツとやろう開いてみようじゃないか間違ったいやーどうなの他の属性系とか魔法耐性とかあるからまあつけとくか足のサイズ合うんかわかんないけどでこっちかなんだけど
嵐デモンズルーム
デモンズソウルもな超やっぱ難しかったよなお蛇の極陽石のサーブルどうなんだろういやヤタガン強いんだなヤタガンどこで拾ったんだろう完成されている装備が
Over there, more feathers.
そこ登りて
I need a bit of practice.
マジかレベル3だったらスキルのやつ取りに行けたのかマジか
More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail.
羽ってこれか落ちてるやつなんか血にまみれてるけどキャンプかいやったーセーブポイント勝負ということではないか
We found the entrance to the sanctuary. Vinbar must be here, with Constantine. If he's still alive, we need to find a way to get inside.
諦めんな中に入ろうではないかまずはここに種を あれ種、あれ種は、あれ種はどうやって入れるんだ。普通に入れるのか
This
な。
must be the entrance to Vinbar's sanctuary. But it's obstructed. He knows how to protect his home.
最初に置こうとしたんだけどな俺。
A stone altar. It resembles the one that protects the passage to Mev's sanctuary. This must be where I need to place the seed. And here is another altar. Are 2 seeds necessary to open the
それ
passage?
も結構前に言われたじゃん。
Sarah was carrying should work.
To think that she gave her life to protect the one she loved.
Now that we have both seeds, the ritual should work.
OK。なんか微妙にあの辺気になるんだ。ちょっとこのくぼみ。こういうところに何かがなかった。ほい。セラの種。そしてあそこで見つけたあの門の種。開いた。何が待ち受けているのか。コンスタンティーン。
いちいち調べないと気づけないとは、それでも外交官か貴様。
外交官だからこそ間違いが起きないように確認をしっかり行っているのだよ。間違いがあってはならぬからね。うおー、長いな。ここが開けたらすごい広間があって、ものすごいでかいやつが現れるのか？山だか。翼が落ちている。あ、これはあれだね。これはあれだね。あはは、つらい向きの場所ができてますね。舞台じゃないですか。始まった。なんでコンスタンティン体育座りでどうすんのそれを。
King Vinbar, why? Constantine didn't do anything. He has never sought to wrong your people in any way.
Like a worm he burrows. You are so naive.
無知だと。
You cannot see with my eyes.
痛い痛い。石が痛い。
貴様も外交されたいようだな。
外交してやろう。警告しました。危険を。苦さで育て、育まれ。なのでコンスタンティンは狂っているんだ。レナイゲスすぎるって。おお、すごいな。あ、避けたんじゃないんだよ。普通に肉体で戦ってくる。その刀いいな。弱くね。それ会話が終わっちゃう。会話やる前に終わっちゃう。死んでまた、終わっちゃった。すげえかっこいい刀持ってる割に弱っ。まだ終わらない。ドーン、こっけ。セフィロスみたい。翼をこう。あ、全然違った。
貴様程度の外交では外交は無理だな。
あ、でも刀だし、やっぱりセフィロスっぽいのかな。くは そうだよ、まずはガードを外す。おい、ちょっと待って、お前らちょっといきなり死にそうになりすぎじゃね？待てー、まだ死ぬな、まだ死ぬな、まだ死ぬなよ。死ぬのは早い。死ぬなよ。いやー、味方を回復する。回復。俺ここ入るまでにセーブしなかったかもしれない。まずは棒が抜いたけど、ちょっと待って、ほんとお前ら死にそうになるな、そんなにすぐ。ちょっとタゲをこっち来い、タゲをこっちによこせ。危ね、あーうち、よいしょ。待て、危ねえ。シオラ回復しろ、回復しろお前。シオラあ、いや、これまずいかな、なかなかまずいかも。誘導強くねえか。誘導強いって。
回復を知らない外交の付き人。
いでー、危ねえ、危ねえ。あ、いや、ワールドして止めるときゃよかったな。あ、いや、まずいぞ。ほら、回復して、よいしょ。2回、はい。いやいや、止まらねえな、休まねえな。ワールド回復、もう一回回復、そして、おいあち、あれ、おお、かっけえな技が。あ、いてててててて、危ない、まあ、じゃああ、いや、危ない、待てって、ワール回復時間ぐらいしか使えねえなこれ。それはめんどくせえやつ。てかアウラが遠隔で攻撃してくれてるのすっげえ助かる。ちょっと待って、そこでアウラに行くんじゃねえ。助けてアフロ。ちょっと待って、アフロ死なないで。よいしょ。巻き込まれている。いやー、血にタゲがいってる間にダメかも。アフロ、危ね。うわ、マジか、危ない、やべ、素でやばい。待て、危ない薬飲む時間くれ。アフロが死なないように。こっち来い、こっち来い。危ねえ。アフロいっちゃうかもねえ。アフロ回収。俺ちっちいよっしゃ。シオラーマジで大変だった。シオラ回復しろよお前、そういう役目じゃねえのかい これ絵面よ。当たり判定ないな。体育座り。
Constantine! ははは、羽が生えた程度の外交など聞かぬわ。
We're bringing you home to get you healed.
いやー、でも治療してくれる人いなくなっちゃったかな。
3 days have passed since we returned. I need to go to the palace to see if Constantine has finally awoken.
大丈夫なのか、コンスタンティンは。ぶっちゃけ逃げながら銃撃っててもよかったかもしれないけどこのゲーム銃最強だから回復しながらちまちま戦ってればなんとか。まあその辺ロープレって感じだよね。
You should get some rest. You're not being reasonable.
To hell with reason.
あれ
I've rested long, and I'm well enough.
You've just barely woken from a stupor that had you on death's doorstep. The affairs of state can certainly wait another day.
Thank you, my lady, but I am amazingly well. You can take leave of me with no fear, I assure you.
なんかゴミついてますよ、頭。コンスタンティンさん。
He just escaped a deathly sleep, and here he is, ready to conquer the world. Your cousin is exasperating.
もうほぼゾンビ。目が 黒目がない。
No, no, no. I'm just relieved to see you're still alive.
I'm quite relieved
もう人間じゃない。
Actually. Thank you, cousin. Without you, I would be dead thrice, wouldn't I? Or is it the fourth time?
これ最後
If we start counting the time you stopped me from climbing the ramparts of Serene,
ちゃんと汚いから顔洗ってくれるよ。
It's unbelievable.
頭ゴミついてるよ。
You feel no pain whatsoever. And your complexion.
顔色は悪いだろ。
I haven't even taken a look at myself. Is the improvement
ほら
visible?
顔洗ってないな。
I wouldn't go that far. How is it that... What happened?
Don't make that face. It's merely a major miracle.
これコンスタンティンが最後的なのかな。
We have been waiting for your return. I knew you would do everything in your power. I have always trusted you.
とりあえず鏡見た方がいいよ。
feared that I would not hold on long enough. He spoke to me about a ritual that would help me. I was excited about it, and in spite of all that has happened, I don't regret following him. We went
こ
to
の
the
もう
ancient
反射しそうな兜を見ても分かんなかったもん。
full of magic. I followed his instructions, and all of a sudden, what an incredible sensation. I felt better than I have ever felt, cousin. Alas,
ダメだなこれ。
we had very little time to celebrate. Cries came to our ears, and beasts jumped all over us. We fled for a while, as other soldiers fought through, creating a path to join us. But I can see from your face that you know this already.
Indeed. Once on the ritual site, I followed your tracks and deduced what had happened.
儀式の詳細
Tell me more about this ritual. What did it consist of?
It is, I think, a ritual that the Donegada practice to bind themselves to the island.
Donegada? Katasak taught you their language?
Just a few words. He wanted me to learn, to understand, but we had so little time. So we visited this infamous site, where he prepared for me a sort of potion. What ceremony! I had to cut my hand in front of an enormous stone, and there, a gigantic beast came and started circling around me. It was incredible. I truly felt a bond with that place. Like a wave came through me, as if the power of the island was running through my veins. It was marvelous.
絆を結んじゃったのか、島と。
Like you. Even if the Malachor left me a few of its marks.
はあ、いやマリコールそれ治ってんの？
Do you have any idea why he didn't kill you like the others?
No. No, not really. It seemed like he was trying to tell me something, though. He spoke about isolating me from the world, that I couldn't return to the Earth. It made absolutely no sense. But aren't you happy that he let me live?
Don't speak foolishly, of course. I just want to understand.
なんで大地、切り離されて大地に変われない。死ななくなったのかな。
Did he say anything to you?
I was still very weak, and most of the time he whispered in his own language. It seemed that he was speaking to someone and following his orders. But there was no one other than us, cousin. The crazy madman must have been hearing voices. But you had to encounter the god of the island, didn't you? How was Enonmil Frictumen?
Yes, I passed a trial for that. But the only one who could guide me to the sanctuary is dead.
Oh no. Do not tell me.
And yes, only the High King can open the sanctuary according to Glendan. I have no choice but to return to see him. I'm certain they are going to name a successor.
ほうほう、新しい女王を決めるのか。なるほどね。コンスタンティンは帰ってきたが、このままマリコールの治療のストーリーを進めていってって感じですかね。まあ次のメインストーリーに入ったところで今日はここら辺かな。次ぐらいで終わりなのかな。ちょっと金曜日か土曜日かで一気にやって消化しようかな。もしかしてちょっと拓郎とユウがなんか PC で別のゲームやろうよって言ってるのもあるのでなんか配信するかもしれないですけど、まあやんなかったらこっちをちょっと消化しちゃいたいね。結構もう佳境に入ってきてるんで、したらもう心置きなく米作りができるよ。米も待ってるから。よし、じゃあ今日はこの辺で終わりたいと思います。はい、ではここまでご視聴いただきありがとうございました。また次回ゲーム配信でお会いしましょう。お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でした。